Morning, folks. It is a bright, sunshiny day, about 7:30 in the morning, and I have just spent the longest period of time in solitude that I ever have. I have also just broken a very important record for how long I've gone without showering. Would you care to guess how long it's been since I had a shower? Because I've been wild camping on public land in Arizona now for a couple of months, and I'm about to leave Quartzsite. I'm headed into town today, mainly because I need a shower. And if you guessed 2 weeks, you'd be correct. I have just spent 2 weeks in solitude. I have not spoken to a soul. I feel great. I feel like I just pushed the reset button on my whole life. Just getting out in nature, getting away from the people. It's a good thing, you know? Do your peopling and have some private time so you can think. I've spent quite a bit of time, just enjoying the silence, which I'm probably not going to have much longer because my next chapter is actually going to be driving into a bigger city, and the next thing that I'm going to do is urban camping, and I'm going to see what that's like. So for 2 months, I've been exploring the whole, BLM, boondocking, primitive camping, dispersed camping. It's called a lot of different things, but essentially living off grid full time with nothing but my water jugs, my own power station with solar panels for electricity. And I am not connected except for internet, which I can get out. I've been able to get out here at Quartzsite. Usually it's maybe not such a strong signal, and I probably don't have like any type of great plan or anything. I don't really do anything special, and I'm having trouble uploading stuff to the internet because of that. So that's something I'm gonna have to probably figure out. But yeah, it's been a real lifestyle change because I just came from, as they call it, sticks and bricks, and living inside the four walls and paying rent, and before that I had a house, and I've mostly been an indoor type of gal most of my life that loved camping when I did get to get out, and always dreamed of a life like this where I could be more mobile and travel. So that's what we're going to be doing today, mainly just traveling into town. I have a list of things to do in Quartzsite today, my last full day in Quartzsite. So it's stuff like, I need to hit the landfill, take some trash out. I'm out of water. So even if I, today is a good day to go into town because it's a Monday. But if I'd run out of water any sooner, I would have been making that trip. So, these were the resources that I run out of the fastest. I mean, obviously water and gas. So I'm going to top off the tank. I also need to probably check the air in my tires before I do a road trip tomorrow. Get some air. coffee. I gave up coffee because it was just too messy to make. I don't have refrigeration. I don't want to deal with grounds. I don't deal with dishes. So I mainly just eat things that are, easily consumed, finger foods, don't need refrigeration, fruits that are, that keep well, and don't need refrigeration. So I might get myself something a little bit more substantial to eat. I haven't decided. I'm doing okay on the food. But I am craving greens, and I really need to get like a salad and some fresh fruit and maybe some type of carb. So let's see, I finished my library books. That's one of probably the best things about Quartzsite, is, for me anyway. I've enjoyed the library and checked out some books, so we're gonna drop those off. There's a class, if I can fit it in, an exercise class I'm gonna go to for the last time. I like the instructor, and what we've been doing there. It's helped heal me a lot, and I met probably one of the most positive people I have, like a smiling person. I think Quartzsite has a huge mix of personalities. It is really a melting pot of a lot of different types of folks. Local snowbirds, nomads, people that flock here. But I met a local who's smiling a lot, and I like her because you don't see that every day. So just being around her energy has been good. I think she's still doing the class, because we're into early April now, and a lot of things are starting to change. A lot of people have moved on, as far as the full-time RVers and van dwellers and things like that. A lot of people leave before the April 15th sort of cutoff that they have at the long-term visitor areas, or LTVAs, where people pay for to be there, sometimes seasonally through like the 15th of April. But technically, all of these LTVAs you should not be staying on for more than 2 weeks. So that's today, where I've been camped out. So yeah, I'd like to get to a store. Oh, and before I get a shower in, I have to go to one of the, I'm going to go to one of the dollar stores and get some conditioner, because I'm completely out. And if I don't put conditioner in my hair, I can barely get a comb or a brush through it. I've done it, but it's just, it makes my shower a lot longer. And, yeah, I'm going to see if I can pick up some conditioner and, get it all done. And that's my plan for today. And if I didn't have this all written down, I would definitely forget to do stuff. So that's the plan for today. Thanks for riding along, and I'll grab some some road footage for you, so you can kind of see what it's like to get out of here. All right, so we are headed, I believe that we're pointed south, and it's been probably over a week since I even started the truck. So if it starts, I'll be grateful. And it does. Excellent. We're off to a great start this morning. Yippee-ki-yay, travel buddies, and here we go. See if I can find my way out of this maze. Every single time I have come and gone from one of these LTVAs, if I found a spot and I wanted to find my way back, it was challenging, even with coordinates. And then there's a lot, the road, or the terrain here does seem to be pretty packed down, but it's like basically, a lot of rocks. And see, here's where it starts to get really bumpy. And, I've got all my stuff stowed in the back in such a way that if I go over like really big bumps, it can be really disruptive to like how I ever have everything arranged back there. So that wasn't too bad. But some places are really bumpy, hilly. I mean, I'm four-wheeling. I'm four-wheeling. And so it's just kind of taking it slow. This really isn't too bad. I found a spot finally that wasn't, but yeah, I just kind of need to slow down, keep it in first gear, second gear, at the most. Okay, and here we are coming out on the road. So I really was not that, far back from the road, and yet I felt like I was most of the time. I could still hear cars, and felt like, if anything bad happened, I could, flag somebody down if I needed to, but luckily that didn't happen. So I've got a bit of a drive, and I will try to remember to keep my cam on and like videotape my day instead of just taking it all in all by myself, sharing it with no one. And then usually at the end of my day, I do sort of a recap. I'll do like, it's kind of a way of doing a gratitude list, or just I think about my day and the highlights, lowlights, what happened, is there anything that I would have done differently, what were the funny moments, because I'm looking for humor, I'm looking for smiling people, I'm looking for the good in others. Or I'm just basically leaving other people alone, minding my own business. That's kind of my personality. But occasionally I do like to have fun with people, especially if they like to have fun with me, or they try to mess with me. So you've been forewarned. And I hope you can see the road rising up to meet me. And how empty. Look, if you look out at the sides here, like, we're coming up on some other vehicles and some other RVs, but it used to be that this LTBA was just packed with other vehicles, and now a lot of people have moved on, headed for usually northern climbs, because it is starting to get very hot. It got up to 90 the other day. I haven't really seen it get much above that this first week in April, but that I can tolerate. Once it starts getting up into, especially if there's a little bit of a breeze, which there usually is something, but if it gets much above that, or once it starts getting close to the triple digits, it's like, no, can't. Time to probably go somewhere else, and I'm getting there. So I want to go and try the skills that I've acquired doing wild camping off grid without running water or electricity, except with my solar, and no refrigeration, and learning where to park, and getting my bearings. I really have not taken much footage my first 2 months while I've been doing Quartzsite, because it's my first trip here, and I really just needed that time to acclimate and adjust to this new lifestyle. It's been absolutely shocking, the amount of change, and I feel like I've adapted so much So I'll probably just do a whole separate kind of talking video a little bit about that, and just kind of what I went through emotionally, and on just a practical level, my first couple of months on the road. But this is life on the road, full-time traveler. I do not have a home base. I have a mailbox, and I actually have a few things in a storage unit that I would like probably within the next year to not have and get rid of that storage unit. But I'm working on sort of paring down what I'm carrying in this very small space. I'm in a very small space, very much like a van, about that much space in the back of my camper show, and it's not much, and I love it. Sometimes I hate it, because you wish you could have more stuff, but then again, life's a trade-off, and your possessions possess you, and I really want to be more of a minimalist, essentials, keeping what I really use. So I'm getting there. I mean, I would say, it's mainly personal stuff, like, writing and books, and some, photographs, family type stuff that, has been too difficult for me to let go of emotionally, or I think that, the stuff that I've written, I need to go through it, and I think it has a second life. There's a lot in there that I'd like to share with people. It's like, my writings, poetry, journals, a lot of ideas for creative works, and things that I have not, turned into anything that is any, like, monetizable, or like anything that I could offer to other people, and show them, like, hey, look, I published this, or I did that. So but I've always wanted to do that, and I've just never completed a project. So one of the big things I'm doing is a lot of creative projects. All right, so you can kind of see that there's, as we get closer to the main highway here, that, this is kind of the level of dispersed camping as we get closer to the entrance here, and we're coming up on that real soon. So headed into town, and I will take you guys on the cruise with me. We are road tripping into Quartzsite today, and we are going to see the sights. All right, folks, so we are coming up on the transfer station. This is where you can dump your trash for free in Quartzsite, at least Monday through Thursday, I believe, are their hours. Today's a Monday, so there's their sign, County Landfill, and I've been here, I think this is maybe the 4th time that I've done this, and it might be hopefully the first time, much to the attendants' pleasure, that I get the traffic pattern right. So pretend you're in England, because what I'm supposed to do is drive on the left side. It's not very intuitive here, at least not to me. And let's see if we can, oh, there's Moonbeam. And, okay, So, all right, there's a sign, enter. And so I'm going over here, which I wasn't doing before. And you guys can experience the Quartzsite landfill. Yes. Oh, I know that lady. What a surprise. Small town. And for basically just being here for a couple of months, it's amazing how many people you can meet, and yeah, how much a person can change. So I just waved at the lady that was just dumping her trash there, and I don't really have much. So trash, that is. So that is the trash container, and I am generating much less trash than I did when I was an apartment dweller. Moonbeam's waving at me. He's having a great day. Enjoy your day. All right, folks, so that was the landfill. And I've already said good morning to a couple of people that I've had interactions with, and that's nice. I enjoy being friendly with people. All right, and we're off, and I got the traffic pattern right, and somebody with a big trash haul trailer is backing up, and then there's another car behind that, so I'm waiting for them to. I don't want to hit anybody. All right, so how do I get out of here? That's the thing. I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I feel like maybe there's a way to go around. I don't know, this place confuses me. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn around, and then I'm gonna go out on the right side, not the left side, because it's like being in England. Okay, so there's kind of a view of what it looks like from the side, and I've never actually seen that before. All right. Okay, so this side is the exit. Right on. See, there's always a learning curve. Like everywhere you go, a bit of a learning curve. And that's okay. Well, I am all showered up and I am out in nature in the great outdoors. I'm actually doing one of my favorite things, which is called earthing. So this is the grass. This is me in beautiful nature at a park in Quartzsite. And the grass is so nice. I am recharging my body battery, just being out here. And I'm going to show you what I got at the store. For about, I think all these groceries were about $16, so I'll show you my haul. So I got me some cheesy jalapeno-y hoagie buns. These were like $3.99, I think. Some nanners that were on special for 39 cents each, I think, because they're a little brown, but not bad. Some red grapes. These were about $2.99 a pound. And then I got some, I really like the salad kits, so this is really probably the main thing that I'm going to eat for right now. So I have just about, 20 minutes or so to eat before the exercise class, and I have not eaten anything yet. In fact, I forgot to bring my water out here, but just getting a meal in. I'm sitting on a mat, but I really don't need to. The grass here is so nice. So this one has a bunch of stuff that you mix up with it. It makes it good. And I did remember to bring my fork, which is a good thing. So I've basically, for the last 2 months, been able to live without refrigeration, because I just buy like a couple of these and I'll consume them, within, 24 hours before, they really go bad or anything. So I shop more often, and then when I run out of things that you would normally refrigerate, like this salad or some, fruit, I just consume that immediately. And then, and I usually do remember to bring like some kind of a scissors, but I didn't this time, so I hate doing this, but and that's why, because stuff like that can happen. And there's like seasoning, cheese, crouton, and the dressing. And it's a little bit more elegant when I actually have the scissors to open up the packages, but since I don't, Mom always said, don't use your teeth. To open stuff. And I usually don't. It's just some plastic. But would a scissors be a better tool? Yeah. It really, really would. Oh. Get all that cheese in there. Oh, the cheese. The Parmesan cheese. And oh my gosh. Like, look at that. That's the best part. That and the dressing really makes it. All right, now this is perforated, so that should be easier. All right. And then once you dump all the stuff in the bag, you shake it up, to dress the salad. And then, because it's already pre-washed, it's a quick meal, a quick snack, healthy, and no cleanup, because you can eat it right out of the bag like a bowl. And that's another thing I love about it. So Yeah, these little ready-made salads have been great, and they're here in Quartzsite. They're about $3.99 a piece. I've sometimes seen 4. It depends on what kind it is sometimes. But yeah, I think it's a good value, and you know, that's kind of the prices you'll get in a big city too often. So anyway, so I got all that in my bag. I'm gonna shake it up. To dress the salad. All right, and then you can either cut that or kind of just roll it to make it smaller. You know, you don't want to get the dressing and stuff all over your hands, so you can kind of do this and bring it up to you or whatever you want to do. All right, so there's my salad all nice and dressed. I don't know if you can see it in there, but let's give it a little taste test now. Look at that. Oh wow, 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 wow. And that's what I've been craving for, I don't know, almost 2 weeks since I had my last one. So, oh, crouton. Like a little bit of crunch in there. Yeah. Love it. Pretty healthy, filling. So I'm gonna be out here for like another 20 minutes or so, earthing and eating and recharging for the day, because I've still got a bunch more errands to run. But I wanted to show you a little bit about like what I do to eat. I love eating. I've always loved what's it called, al fresco dining outdoors, and now I do it just about every day, whether I'm parked somewhere or I'm in town. You know, if you can find some place in your town or your city where there's a park and there's some green grass, go into maps and look on the map. Go in at an aerial view and look and see where the parks are. Look where it looks green. If you're doing like the Earth app, and you can find places even in a big city where you can get out. If you don't have a backyard, of your own, you can do it in your own backyard. But if you don't have that, basically being a traveler means I'm looking for places to call my new backyard. And when I find them, especially like this, there's like nobody around. This is Quartzsite at early April, and a lot of people have left. So like the last time I was here, there was a ton of cars. Now there's hardly any. So if you stay in Quartzsite past the equinox, say in March, it starts to thin out, and then by April 1st, a lot of people have taken off. I've noticed. It feels like a different town, actually. The last time I came to town was 2 weeks ago, and it's changed, like radically reduced the number of cars and people that I see in stores and in parking lots and everything. So it's not a bad time to be here, really, if you don't like crowds. So I'm gonna eat this and get to my class and talk to you later. All right, so I'm pulling up to a drive-through. I can't remember the last time I went through a drive-through. And I just want to see if this place has onion rings because I've been having a craving for that, and I never eat here. I don't think they probably don't.
Are you going to be earning stars on your order today?
No thanks.
For you.
Do you have any onion rings?
We do.
Okay, can I get an order of large onion rings,
Family
please?
come as a medium. We got one size only. Is that going to be enough for you?
I guess it'll have to be.
Well, you can order 2 orders.
Oh, no, I'll just do the one.
Okay.
I won't be gluttonous.
What else for you?
All right, thank you.
That's all? $4.59.
All right, good, thanks.
There you go. I'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you. They'll be fresh. What? Yeah, do you have ketchup and mayo packets? All these places are normally so busy. Like seeing the number of people and cars thin out, it's nice. It's not as congested. It's less stressful.
Oh, they smell good.
Thank you. Onion rings. I can't wait. All right, folks, I'm about to indulge, and I've made my fry sauce. You mix this up. You know, the lap makes a wonderful table in a pinch. I almost never eat in the front seat of my car, but I imagine that will probably change. Especially when I get into the city, and yeah, sometimes I don't want to go in the restaurant. It looked like there was a lot of people in there, and so I just went through the drive-thru, and now I'm just kind of parked off street here. It's quiet, and I'm mixing up my fry sauce. All it is ketchup and mayo mixed together. If you've never tried it, try it. I used to have to make this when I worked in a fast food restaurant when I was in high school. And that's where I picked up the habit, the taste for it. And when you buy it in the store ready-made, that's essentially what's in it. Ketchup and mayo mixed together. But actually, you can make it even better if you put a little bit of buttermilk. And that's how I made it. I used to have to make big vats of it for the drive-thru. So buttermilk will make it even tangier. And then if you don't want to buy that, you can also use pickle juice. Something to give it just a little bit more tang, a little bit more zip. But this is good. I like it more than just plain ketchup. So yeah, this is a bit of a splurge for me because I don't normally eat a lot of processed foods or, you know, convenience foods, but it's just been so long, and I just feel like rewarding myself for staying out in the boonies for 2 weeks like I did with no shower. And got a lot of stuff done. And also took time to just like really, you know, contemplate and check in and, you know, I'm really an introvert at heart, so I love people. And I do like socializing and peopling, but then I'm one of those people that it can be draining. So then spending time alone is how I recharge. And that's just classic introvert. But I really feel like an ambivert because you know, I do seek socialization, and I just came from my exercise class and it was fantastic. And the instructor was in a great mood, great class, bigger class than normal. A couple new people there, all ladies. We laughed. And we sat in a circle and did, you know, a bunch of warm up, breathing, stretching, and got into it. And it's mainly I've been doing like strength training with my arms. So about half of it was sitting, and then the other half was standing. Anyway, good class. I'm glad I went. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get another one in before I leave. It was great to see her again. And you know, you go through these drive-thrus and they really don't give you that much. So, which is good. I don't need any more than that. So, they were pretty good. I feel full now. Even after I had that salad. Having just a little bit of grease. Some fried food. Oh, yeah. Once in a while. It hits the spot, doesn't it? All things in moderation.